Move feral cats to and from traps, transfer cages, cat carriers, and wire kennels.
Video by Vladimir Kitten Project.
In doing feral cat rescue work, circumstances sometimes arise where a cat needs to be moved from one type of containment to another. When doing that, the key points to remember are: 1. Both the container that the cat is in and the one it is moving into should not be able to budge. If the cat rams into one or the other during the transfer and causes it to move, then the gap created can become the cat's escape route. One container should be braced against a wall, and the other container should be braced by your ankles. 2. A feral cat will naturally want to move away from a person, not towards them. Stand over the container that you want the cat to leave. Do not stand over the container you want the cat to move into, because it is not going to run towards you. 3. A feral cat prefers to be hidden as opposed to being visible. The cat will prefer to leave its container if it feels exposed, if it thinks it can escape, or if it is annoyed by a person tapping on the container, and it will prefer to move into a container that is secluded and quiet. When doing any type of transfer, it is a good idea to have on hand a net and thick gloves like fire gloves or ski gloves in case something goes wrong and the cat escapes. Transfer should happen indoors so that if an escape happens, the cat can be netted. Usually a feral cat is caught the day prior to its pre-booked spay appointment. It spends the night in the trap and is delivered to the vet in the morning still in the trap, and is picked up from the vet that afternoon and released from the trap back to its location and its caretaker that same day. This fast turnaround is done during the warm months, which we call trapping season. Outside of trapping season, if a feral cat needs to be trapped and fixed, it will need a week of heated indoor recovery. That would be one reason to keep a feral cat in a wire kennel. Another reason could be that the feral cat can't be put back where it came from because there is no caretaker for it, so it has to stay in a wire kennel during the wait for a barn home to come up. From a wire kennel to a cat carrier. To move a feral cat out of a wire kennel and into something else, the easiest way to start the process is to put a cat carrier inside the wire kennel and simply close the cat into it. The cat carrier should be the only option for the cat's hiding spot so that it will go inside. If the cat is jumpy, then use a broom handle to close the door and hold it firmly shut while you open the wire kennel door and lock the cat carrier door. If the cat carrier is already inside the wire kennel before the cat is put into the wire kennel, then it will get used to retreating into the cat carrier and using it as a den. It is a good idea to tie the cat carrier into place so that the cat won't be able to complicate matters by wedging itself behind the cat carrier instead of going inside it. Even a cat carrier that already has a feral cat inside it can be tied into place. Once a cat is used to using a cat carrier as its hiding spot, often it is no problem to simply reach inside the wire kennel and lock the cat carrier door whenever you want. We recommend that a cat carrier be of the type where it is plainly visible that the door is locked from the rods protruding through the holes so that you can easily be certain the door is locked. You can lock up the cat when you are cleaning the kennel, changing food or litter, and also when you want to remove the cat from the wire kennel. Once the cat is removed, a sheet should always be draped over the cat carrier to keep it calm. A feral cat in a carrier could be transported back to its location for release, but it could not be taken to a vet in that type of containment. Why not? Because no vet in their right mind would open up the cat carrier and stick their hand in there. Tame cats go to vets in carriers, but anything less than tame must go to the vet in a trap. At the vet clinic, the feral cat will be sedated in the following way. A wooden rectangle will be inserted into the trap and pushed to the back, squishing the cat against the wire so that it can't move, and then it will be given an injection through the wire to make it dopey enough to handle safely. From a cat carrier to a backdoor trap. When we say backdoor trap, we mean an automatic trap that has not only a door that closes when the trap is triggered, but also has a door that slides upwards. Some automatic traps have only a trap door. Since the cat is already secluded in the cat carrier, sometimes it doesn't want to walk into the trap, even if that looks secluded too. But if the trap is exposed somewhat, the cat might think it is an escape route and therefore enter it. You will have to see what the cat will do to decide if the trap should be covered or not. To make the transfer, brace the trap against an immovable object. Brace the carrier with your ankles. A door block will be needed. This can be the back door off of a trap, the back door off of another transfer cage, or any thin, flat piece of wood. The purpose of the door block is to keep the cat in the carrier while you are opening the carrier door and getting it lined up with the back door of the trap. If the cat wanted to, it could easily push against the door block and escape sooner than you could stop it. But the cats don't seem to do that. Make sure the back door is locked, whatever the mechanism of that particular door. Fully drape the trap as soon as the cat is in it. From a backdoor trap to a cat carrier. A cat might need this type of transfer if the trapper needs the trap immediately to reset it for other cats, as was the case here, where the transfer was done in the bathroom at the trapping location, and then the trap was baited again for the remaining cats. The doors are lined up. The trap cover is removed so that the cat feels exposed and wants to move to the more secluded space. The door block allows the cat carrier door to be closed. The cat carrier is covered with a trap cover to keep the cat calm. Sometimes the trap cover doesn't even need to be removed to get the cat to walk into the cat carrier. From a non-backdoor trap to a cat carrier. There is only one door on this trap, and when it is open, the bottom of it protrudes beyond the edge of the trap, meaning the trap can't sit flush against another door. To compensate for that, the trap needs to be turned on its side so that the lip of the door can fit around the edge of the cat carrier. A door block allows for the trap door to be opened. Any type of stick can be pushed through the wires to jam the trapdoor open. The door block allows for the cat carrier door to be closed. From a cat carrier to a non-backdoor trap. The trap is laid on its side and a stick is pushed through the wires to jam the door open. A door block allows the cat carrier door to be opened. The stick is removed so that the trapdoor is ready to close. If the cat doesn't want to leave the cat carrier, seeing as it is already quite secluded in there, you can tap on it to motivate it to leave, or you can try removing the trap cover to make the cat think it might be able to escape. When the cat is in the trap, be careful to place your fingers where they won't be pinched by the closing trapdoor, and quickly push the cat carrier back out of the way and slam the trapdoor. From a transfer cage to a transfer cage. The simplest transfers are between transfer cages. When we say transfer cage, we mean a receptacle that is used to transfer a feral cat out of a drop trap. This could be a backdoor automatic trap, or it could be this, which used to be an automatic trap without a back door, and when the trigger mechanism no longer worked and it couldn't be used as a trap, a wooden guillotine door was built onto it to make it useful again as a transfer cage. Or, transfer cages can be bought from the same retailers that sell automatic traps, but they don't seem to be much cheaper than automatic traps, despite being of much more limited use. The transfer cages are simply backed up against each other and the doors are raised until the cat walks through, which usually happens easily. If the cat is reluctant, a trap cover can be removed to motivate it. First try removing the cover of the trap that the cat is in, and if the cat still won't budge, cover the trap it is in and uncover the trap it needs to move into. This type of transfer is very useful when a trapper is at a location catching a litter of kittens with a drop trap. If she only has a couple of transfer cages, then as she catches kittens, she can add them all to one transfer cage and keep one transfer cage ready to unload more kittens as they are drop trapped. It is also very useful when you want a towel to be inside the trap for the cat to sit on and use as a toilet, rather than have the trap placed on top of a towel, which might lead to the trap being dirtied.
A clean towel is placed inside a clean transfer cage and the cat is moved into it. When that towel becomes soiled, you can do the transfer again. If a cat needs to be held for an extra day or two, this type of transferring can keep the cat clean and comfortable. and of course a dish of food mixed with water would need to be provided to the cat. It might seem sensible that a towel be placed inside a transfer cage before it is lined up against the drop trap when the cat is first caught. However, if that were to happen, then the trapper would not be able to do the underside check on the cat to see if it is a lactating mother with kittens hidden somewhere, as is standard procedure once a cat is trapped. Therefore, a towel should only be put into a transfer trap before it is lined up with a drop trap if the trapper is catching kittens, or if she knows that the cat under the drop trap is definitely a male. It might also seem sensible that a towel be placed inside an automatic trap before it is set. However, the problem is that since the towel would be resting on the pedal, there is a risk that the towel would trigger the trap to close. If the trapper would really like a towel to be in the set trap for the target cat or kitten's comfort, then the towel should be small and neither touch the pedal nor interfere with the door closing. This could be a good idea if the trap is being set for a kitten during the cold months, because then the kitten wouldn't have to sit directly on cold wire and ground while it waits for the trapper to return. This would not be a good idea in wet weather because the towel will absorb water from the ground. From a backdoor trap to a modified cat carrier. This cat carrier was modified to have the swinging door removed and a sliding door of wood and tinted plastic installed. Screws hold the wooden side rails in place, and the door simply slides up and down. It is now a transfer cage. The modified cat carrier can be lined up flush against a backdoor automatic trap. If the trapper does not have a lot of traps but has several cats to catch, she can free up her trap by transferring a cat out of it and into a modified cat carrier after she does the underside check to make sure it isn't a lactating mother and the tattoo check. From a cat carrier to a cat carrier. This process will only work if the two cat carriers have doors that open in opposite directions, as shown here. The transfer is fairly simple, with the help of a door block, although you may need to knock on the cat carrier to motivate the cat to leave it for the new one. From a wire kennel to an automatic trap. To transfer a feral cat directly from a wire kennel into an automatic trap, the trap will need to be disguised as a comfy den for the cat to hide in. The trap door will also need to be jammed open with a stick through the wire. The trap is draped with a trap cover and placed in the wire kennel as the cat's only option for a hiding spot. When the cat is inside the trap, sneak up and remove the stick so the trap door can slam shut.